page 31 in your grammar book. Page 31. I'm with you now. I know what's going on. Page 31 in your grammar book. We are talking about homophones. Have you guys heard of that? Give me a thumbs up if you've heard the word homophone before. Okay, Julio. Yes, homophone. London, have you heard of that word before? Homophone? No, that's okay. So a homophone has two parts to the word. I'm going to tell you about the actual word homophone. That word homo, H-O-M-O, homo means same. It's a prefix, okay? That means same. And then phone means sound. And you can imagine like a cell phone, you're talking on the phone, right? So there's a sound. So together it's same sound. So homophone means same sound. So a homophone is a word that sounds like another word, but it is spelled differently and has a different meaning. Correctly use the homophones there, and there. You see that right there? Right there, and there. They all sound the same, right? There. But they're all spelled differently and they have different meanings. So let's look at that. The first one is There. There. There is an adverb pointing to a place like this, over there. There is the spot. A way for me to remember how to spell this one is if I covered up the T in that word there, I see here, Here. That's a clue. There and here, those are place words like over there or come here, right? Those are words that tell where something is, or my pen is here, my cell phone is over there, right? So there is one of those, There. Then we have Their. That sounds the same, but it's spelled different and it has a different meaning. Only in English, I think English is the only language that has this. That's why English is sometimes hard to learn for people, because there's words that sound exactly the same that are different. So Their is a possessive pronoun. It means like this, their gifts. It means the gifts belong to them. It's a plural pronoun, so it's for more than one person. Maybe it's two people or 100 people or 1,000 people, right? So multiple people, their gifts. The gifts belong to them. And then there's They apostrophe RE. That's a contraction. They're kind. That means they are kind. Or they are running. Or they are going to Disneyland. They're going to Disneyland. Okay. So those are three different words. There, spelled differently. They mean different things. That is what a homophone is. We've got a lot of them in English. That's just one example. But in this book, they're going to do it wrong on purpose, just for you. Lucky you. You have to figure out if it's spelled wrong and then draw a line through it like this, just one line through it, and then you write it the correct way above it. That's how you're going to fix it. So look at this example here. The soldiers were happy with their gifts. So originally they had There. That's the wrong there. They're going to do that on purpose for you. You have to figure out which is the right one. So you draw a line through it and then you spell it the right way on top of it. Their. Their gifts. Okay. Any questions about this page? Go ahead, Ashlyn.
Is it just going to be there or different words too?
Just there for this week, but we will be introducing other ones too, because there's others. Good question. But this week for your homework, it'll only be that word there. Any other questions before we move on? No, you can shake your head no if you don't have any questions. Okay, good. Um, the back of that on page 32 is blank, so we can skip that. And let's just go to this page 33. Does anybody feel like reading it today? Okay, Ashlyn, I see that hand. Go for it.
They agreed to use their gifts and travel together around the world.
Nice. Okay. And that word travel is our vocabulary. That just means to go somewhere, right? From one place to another, to travel. You guys know what travel is. And then, Ashlyn, did you notice they used the wrong there? So how should we fix that? I feel like we should fix that first because it's bugging me. So how do you,
Their.
yes, so just draw one line through it and then right on top of it, Their. Very good. So we're going to go ahead and check that homophone because that's what that was. And then I'm going to go to Julio next. There's one article. Where is the one article?
Sorry, I couldn't find my mouse.
Oh, that's okay.
The.
There you go, right here, the AR, the world. And then London, what about the two nouns? There's two nouns here.
Gifts
Good,
and world.
good. Yes, gift and world. Very good. And then Liz, there's two pronouns. Do you see where those are?
They.
They is one. The other one's a little tricky. It's whose gifts are they?
Their.
Yes, there you go. Oops, sorry, I did that wrong. I meant to put PR for pronoun. So they should have PR for pronoun and there should have PR for pronoun. Very good. Okay, so Julio, where does the capital go? What word should be capitalized?
Uh, they and the T and they.
Yes, there you go. Good. So right here, the T and they should have a capital. And then Ashlyn, what should we put at the end?
A period.
Good. A period. Easy. Check. Make sure they're all checked on top there. And that's it for this lesson. So later you can write it down below, okay? And then for your homework, you're going to do the next 3 pages, which is 34, 35, and 36. Watch out for that word there. They're going to try to trick you with that one. Make sure it's spelled correctly. Okay. Any questions about this page? Good. Thank you for shaking your head no. Good. Okay. Then let's get out your binders next. And you guys were working on the bald man and the fly paragraph this week. Go ahead and get out everything from your front pocket for the bald man and the fly. Let's see. Get out your keyword outline and all the stuff for the bald man and the fly. We have a couple things to talk about before we put it away. So I want you to look at the yellow page first. This should be in your front pocket here. This yellow page, 27, should be in your front pocket. By the way, did everybody get a chance to write your paragraph for the bald man and the fly? Give me a thumbs up if you wrote your paragraph for it. Okay, Julio, good. Good, Ashlyn. If you're a little behind, it's okay. If you need to still catch up on that, that's okay. Um, London, do you have this page? Okay, good. How about Liz? Do you have this page?
Hold up, just because I'm doing something right.
Okay. So once you find it, good. I want to make sure you have next to number one. Ashlyn, what did you write here next to number one?
Ly adverb.
Good. I want to make sure you had that on there because that is a dress up word now that's on your checklist. So let's look at your checklist really quick because we're going to make sure that we add these things to your writing. So this one is page 29. It should be in the same stack of papers from your front pocket. I want you to look for that word style on your checklist and then go right underneath that. You're going to see a paragraph symbol and a one because this assignment for the bald man and the fly was just one paragraph. And then I want you to see that word dress ups right there. Dress ups are words that we're going to add to your writing to dress it up a little bit. So, Ashlyn, did you have something to say?
I accidentally checked that up off.
Okay, that's okay because we're going to add it today. So, that's okay. And then you can see a little box that says ly adverb, and that is what our dress up is for this assignment. Okay. The other box I want to show you is up here under structure. It's three boxes down and it talks about the title. You guys see that part? It says title centered and repeats 1 to 3 key words from final sentence. So here's what we're going to do. I want everybody to look at your final sentence. It's the very last sentence of your paragraph. So look at that really quick for me. The very, 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 very last sentence. And Julio, I want you to read your sentence to us. Read the very last sentence of your paragraph.
He said we likely only heard. Oh wait, of the written one that I did.
Yep, the one from the that you wrote.
Okay. He said we likely only hurt ourselves when we get angry.
Good. I like that. That's a good last sentence. How about you, Ashlyn? What's your last sentence that you wrote?
We are likely to hurt ourselves when you're frustrated.
Good. I like that too. That's another good last sentence. London, do you have it? Your paragraph? Okay, what's your very last sentence?
Um, that he sad and was frustrated and angry.
Okay, he failed and he was frustrated and angry. Okay, good. So here's what you guys are going to do. Looking at that last sentence, you need to pick 1 to 3 key words and make a new title. So it could be something like this. It could be The Frustrated Man and the Fly, something like that. Or it could be um, Don't Hurt Yourself. That could be one because you could use hurt in your title, but you're going to add extra words to your title. But can you think of a good title for your paragraph using 1 or 2 or 3 of those words from your last sentence? And you can add more words to it too. Anybody have any ideas of a good title for your paragraph? You can use the word hurt. You can use the word frustrated. What do you think, Ashlyn? Do you have a good idea?
I forgot.
Okay. Or you can use the word angry in your title? Okay, so let me help you. I'm going to write down one of your last sentences. I'm going to write Julio's last sentence down. You don't have to write this, okay? I just want you to watch me on this, okay? So we're going to pretend that Julio wrote his whole paragraph and he's down here at the bottom. And then Julio, read your last sentence one more time to me.
He said, we likely only hurt ourselves when we get angry.
He said, we likely only hurt ourselves. Is that what you said? Okay, we likely only hurt. You guys don't have to write this. You just watch me for a second. Ourselves when we get so angry. That's his last sentence. It's the guy saying, the bald man, this is what he says. We likely only hurt ourselves when we get so angry. So we can pick one or two or three of these words because I'm going to put a space up here for the title. I'm going to pretend that I'm going to put the title here. We're going to pretend this whole page has words on it. Okay. I'm just down at the bottom, the last sentence. So using one of these words, like if I pick hurt for something in my title, it could be don't hurt yourself or something about don't accidentally hurt yourself. Or you could pick a title that has the word angry in it. Maybe say, Control Your Anger. That would be a good title. Control Your Anger, or it's angry, but you could still use anger. Do you have one, Ashlyn? What's another good title?
When we get hurt, we might wait, no, when we get angry, we might get hurt.
Okay, good. That's kind of a long title, but you could use that. When we get angry, we might get hurt. That would be a good title. Can you think of one, Julio?
We only get hurt when we get angry.
Okay. We only get hurt when we get angry. That's a pretty good title, but there are other times we get hurt, right? When we fall or something. So this is a tricky one, huh? Or you can use that word angry, like don't get angry. That would be a good title. Or try not to get angry. That would be a good title. Ashlyn, did you think of another one?
If you get angry, you might get hurt.
Okay, good. If you get angry, you might get hurt. Can you think of a good title, London? Or Elizabeth, either one. I'll listen to London first.
Um, they're frustrated. They're frustrated, bald man.
I like it. The Frustrated Bald Man. That's a good title. Did you think of one, Liz, for yours? Because I think really quick before you go, Liz, because London, you did have the word frustrated in your last sentence, huh? So that works for you. That's a good one. So go ahead and write that for yours, London. The frustrated bald man. Go ahead and write that title for yours. Did you think of one, Liz?
Be calm and don't be angry.
I like it. Be calm and don't be angry. That's a good one too. So whatever title you want to pick for yours, go ahead and write it in at the top of your paragraph, but make sure you have at least one of the words from your last sentence. I think I'm going to go with Liz's idea. Be calm and don't be angry. Now, some of my words are capitalized here and some of them aren't, like that word and is not. But remember, most of the words in your title should have a capital letter. This isn't a sentence, this is a title. So whatever title you want to pick, go ahead and write it in. Go ahead, Ashlyn, do you have a question?
Should I get another paper to do this?
Yes, you can if you need to, yeah. Or you can just add it to the paragraph you already have. It's okay. Either way. Good. You got it, Liz. I see that. Good job. Give me a thumbs up if you wrote your title. I see that, Julio. Good job. Yay. Good. Ashlyn can do it when she comes back. The other part of your, by the way, now you can put a check mark. If you don't have one yet, go ahead and put a check mark next to title centered and repeats 1 to 3 words from the final sentence. You did that. So now you can check that. Ashlyn?
Should I just write the title I put on top of the name I typed?
Okay. You can fix that later if you want, or you can leave it if you like that title. Okay, good. That's fine. Then you don't need to write this down. It's okay because you already have one. And then the other thing we need to do though is put an ly adverb in here. But the cool thing about Julio's sentence is he already has one. If you have the word likely in your sentence, go ahead and under likely. That's your dress up. You already have it. If you don't have the word likely in your sentence, raise your hand if you don't have it in your sentence. Okay, so London, read your last sentence again to me. I forgot what yours says.
That he failed and was frustrated and angry.
That he failed and he was frustrated and angry. Okay, so the word failed, you could use an ly word next to that word, like he somethingly failed, like he suddenly failed. I guess that doesn't really work though, huh? He surprisingly failed. You can use a different ly than likely, or you could use likely actually. You could say he likely failed and hurt himself. You could put it there right before the word failed. Yeah. Okay. So if you need to squeeze it in there, you just use a little symbol like this and then put the word above it. Okay. Because there's a space there. So wherever in the sentence you need to squeeze in the ly adverb, just put it above in that space above. Okay. Does that make sense, London? Okay. Good. And then Liz, for you, I want you to think of an ly adverb to add. It doesn't have to be the last sentence. It could be somewhere else in your story. It doesn't have to be the last. Anywhere in the story where you can find a spot for an ly word. And we'll practice that more next week too. But did you have a spot for one, Liz? Ly? No? Read your last sentence one more time, Liz? Trying to remember what yours said. Or do you have it yet?
I don't have it yet.
You don't have it.
The bottom.
Okay. When you finish it up this week, though, try to find a spot for an ly adverb, okay? All right. So we're going to finish up with this one. Liz, you can keep it in the front pocket since you're still working on it. But everybody else, I want you to do a couple of things. This one here, this yellow page is going to go in a certain spot in your binder. So I want you to look for the tab that says back here in the back. It says stylistic techniques. You see that tab right there? Stylistic techniques, kind of toward the back. Turn to that tab And then you turn that tab over, and that's where I want you to put this yellow page. So carefully open up your rings and put that yellow page behind stylistic techniques, and then close your rings. Does that make sense? It's got that right behind stylistic techniques. Did you get it in there, London? Okay, look for the tab that says this. See that? Stylistic techniques. And then you're going to turn that tab and then put that yellow page in your rings. You're putting it away in there. Okay. So stick it in the rings. If you need help, go get your mom or your dad or somebody to help you with this. After you put away that yellow page, make sure you close up the rings, and then the rest of the stuff for the bulb man and the fly is going to go away wherever you're keeping your finished stuff. So whatever folder or binder that you have for your finished stuff, you can put it away. Ashlyn?
Where did you say to put this?
Oh, that you can put in your finished stuff
Okay.
because you're finished with that one. Good question. After you get all that put away, though, you're going to get out the next week, which is you're going to go to this source text tab. The very first tab, it says source text. That one, source text. And then you're going to see week 4, the fox and the stork. Ashlyn?
I don't think I have gotten all my stuff in because nothing's in my source text thing.
Oh, you probably haven't moved that to the right spot yet. Go to the front of your binder and look for page 31. It's on page
Okay. I
31.
found it.
Oh, good. Okay. So you just later need to move your source text tab.
So do I have to like put um all of the pages that look like this in the source text?
Well, actually, if you stay on the Zoom after class, I'll show you how to fix it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't worry about it right now. Just get this one out for now. It should be 4 pages. So page 31, page 35, 37, and 39. Julio?
I don't have it either.
Uh-oh. Maybe you can go get, did you find it?
Yeah, I
Okay,
found
good.
behind it.
Behind it. Yep. Okay, so get out those 4 pages. It's 31, 35, 37, and 39. When you see this page that says week 5 camels, don't take that one out. Leave it in there, okay? Take out only week 4. And you need a lined piece of paper. So go ahead and get a lined piece of paper out too. Once you have all that out, give me a thumbs up.
So there should be 4 pages.
4 pages, yes. 4 pages and a lined piece of paper. And when you're ready, give me a thumbs up. Good. I see that, Lizbeth. You got them all? I see that, Ashlyn. Good. Make sure you close your rings once you get them out because your papers might fall out. Did you get it, Lizbeth? Okay. Julio's working on it. How about you, London? Did you get it? Good. Good. Yay. Everybody's got a thumbs up. Yay. Okay. This page is the first page, and we don't really use this one, but I want you to keep it together with your stuff. This is more for if you were doing this class by yourself. So I want you to look at the next page. Oops, where's mine? It should look like a letter. You guys see a page that looks like a letter? All of a sudden, mine's missing. Hold on. I got it. This one looks like that. You guys have that page? Okay. This is page 33. Sorry, I meant to have you get this page out too. Mine got mixed up. This is a letter to the editor. You see how it says Dear Editor? If you're a writer as your job when you're grown up, like you're a writer for books or you're an author or you write for the newspaper, anytime as a career when you're a writer, you always hire an editor and the editor checks your work because it helps to have somebody else look at your stuff. So when you're an adult and you're doing this as a job, you pay your editor, right? You pay them money like a paycheck. And I'm sure all of you have money, but I kind of got this feeling you don't really want to spend your money on hiring an editor, right? Because you're probably saving for something else, probably a toy or some game or something. I'm sure you got something you're saving for. So instead of paying an editor, you're going to offer a service to them. So your editor is going to be your mom or your dad or your grandma, a grown up in your house. Okay. And you're going to give them this letter. It's for them because you're going to hire them as your editor. But instead of paying them money, it says down here in this paragraph that starts with secondly, by the way, that's a good ly adverb right there. But anyway, it says secondly, you can in that paragraph, it talks about um, doing something for your editor. Like you can maybe fix them a cup of coffee if they like coffee, or you can offer to get them a glass of water or their favorite iced tea or a snack, or you can offer to give them a shoulder massage, right? Moms like that. Or you can offer to, I don't know if you've ever massaged your mom's hands before. Sometimes that feels good if they like that. Or maybe they just like it if you offer to do the dishes when it's not your night to do the dishes and you say, Hey, mom, I'd love to do the dishes for you tonight as a thank you, as a payment for being my editor. Anyway, this letter is for your parent or whoever does your homeschooling. Okay, so I want you to write your name. I see your hand there, Ashlyn. Write your name here. Ashlyn, did you want to say something?
What pages was I supposed to get out?
This is page 33.
Okay. What like the other pages?
Oh, the other pages were 31, 33, 35, and 37.
Okay.
Yeah. So put your name here, and then after class, I want you to just give this letter to your parent. Okay, Julio?
My parents are right here, so can I, well, right here, so can I give it to her already or what? Or
Oh,
should
yeah, you can. If they're right there, yep, you can give it to her right now. If your parents are in the other room, then you give it to them later. That's fine. All right, Ashlyn.
I forgot.
Okay,
Never mind.
okay. We're going to read the story next. So this is page 35. We're going to read The Fox and the Stork. And did you guys notice it says attributed to Aesop? We know about that. We've already done The Dog in the Shadow and The Bald Man and the Fly. We have another one, The Fox and the Stork. So I'm going to read this and you be thinking of a lesson, a life lesson we can learn from this story. Okay. And then we'll talk about it at the end. So this is page 35. This is our story this week. I'm going to go ahead and read it and you guys follow along on your page. Okay. A fox invited a stork to supper and served him soup in a shallow bowl. I'm going to stop there for a second because that word shallow means it's not very deep, right? It's just almost like a flat bowl. Okay. Okay, let me keep going. While the fox easily ate the soup, the stork, with his long pointed bill, could have nothing and left hungry. So I'm going to pause there for a second. So imagine a bowl like your dog bowl or your cat bowl, like what you feed your animals in. It's short, right? It's shallow. The fox is almost like a dog. They can eat like that, no problem. But look at this picture down here with this stork. They have a long bill, which is like their beak. So eating something from a shallow bowl is really hard for them to do. They can't really do it. I know in the picture it's not shallow. This is a different one, but we're going to keep going and you'll see why. I'm right here. A few days later, the fox was invited to a meal with the stork. Their dinner was mincemeat, served in a tall jar with a small mouth. Okay, that's this. The mouth of a jar is the top, the opening of the jar. And by the way, mincemeat is meat mixed with nuts and fruit. It's kind of a different meal that some people like. I don't particularly like it, but they do. Meat mixed with nuts and fruit, okay? And and it's a tall jar. Okay, I'm going to keep going. With his long bill, the stork easily ate from the jar, but the fox could only lick the rim. The rim is the top of the jar, like the opening. Thus, the fox went away disappointed and hungry. However, he realized that he had received what he deserved, considering his bad treatment of the stork. Okay, so let's talk about this for a second. So it was a trick, right? When the fox invited the stork over, he played a trick on him and he served the soup in a short bowl, a shallow bowl, and the stork couldn't eat it. So the stork's thinking, okay, all right, fox, I got you figured out. Now come to my house and I'm going to serve it in this tall thing here, this tall vase jar. And now look at the fox. He's mad because he can't get his nose in there. Even if he did, his nose would only go a little bit in. But look at the stork. Their bill is really long. It's probably that long down here, and he can eat all of it. Okay, so what kind of a life lesson can we learn from this? What do you guys think? Julio, what's the lesson?
Do unto others what you want done to you.
That is perfect. Have you guys heard of the golden rule? That's the golden rule. It's also in the Bible, in case you didn't know that. It's in the Bible. It's do unto others as you want them to do to you, or treat others as you want them to treat you. It's the golden rule. So if you want people to be kind to you, then you have to show kindness to them too. That's the lesson. Very good, Julio. That's exactly what we learned here. Okay, so now we got to set up our keyword outline here. So get out your lined paper next. And you guys know what to do here. At the top left, put your name here, first and last. I'm just going to draw a line, but you put your name there. And then right underneath that, today's date is 10/17/24. So go ahead and write your name and the date right here on the left side. You can use a pen or a pencil for this part. It's up to you, whichever you like best. After you put your name and the date, you're going to put the title of this story, and it's called The Fox and the Stork. Notice and the are not capitalized, but the and fox and stork are. So skip a line here, and then I want you to write in the fox and the stork. And give me a thumbs up when you got that down. Okay, good, Liz. Okay, I see that, Julio. Good, London. The fox and the stork. Okay, good. Underneath that, we're going to do a capital K, capital W, capital O. Who knows what that stands for? KWO. Ashlyn. Remember?
I forgot.
You forgot? Julio, do you remember? Go ahead, Julio.
Keyword outline.
Nice, good. The K is for key, the W is for word, and the O is for outline. That's what we've been working on, those key words, right? In all of our sentences. Key word outline. Good. And then skip a line, and this time you're going to write 1 through 7. So skip a line, and over here on the side, we're going to do 1 through 7. This story has 7 sentences. Okay, good. I see that. So here we're going to do this again. Each sentence, I'm going to do the first one, and then you guys are going to take turns. And what we're going to do is look for those key words. Remember the words that are the most important out of the sentence. We're going to look for all the key words. And then we have to choose only 3 to put in our outline. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing we've been working on. I'll do the first one, and then we'll take turns. So let me get my paper out here. The first sentence says, a fox invited a stork to supper and served him soup in a shallow bowl. Well, I know we need fox and invited, I think is a key word, and then stork. Go ahead and underline these on yours too. Supper, soup, shallow bowl. Okay, that's a lot. I'm going to give you time to underline those. So we got fox, invited, stork, supper, soup, shallow bowl. Those are the key words in that sentence. That's way more than 3, but I can only pick 3, but I have an idea because we're going to be talking about the fox and the stork throughout this whole story. So what I want you to do here is circle the F in fox and circle the S in stork. Go ahead and just circle those on your title right here on your page. Circle the F in fox. Circle the S in stork. And now we can use that as a symbol. And then we don't have to waste a word on the fox and the stork because we're going to be using those a lot, right? So I'm not going to choose fox or stork because I can use a symbol for that. But I do think that word invited is important. So I'm going to circle invited. I think I need to circle that word soup because that's what they're eating. And then shallow is really important because that's why the fox or the stork couldn't eat from the bowl because it was too shallow. So for me, those are the best of the words in that I think. Now, you might think something else is more important. That's okay. But for today, I'm going to have you circle the ones I have here. So for number 1, instead of writing fox, I'm going to use the F with a circle. That's going to be my symbol for fox. Okay, so I'm going to start with the fox. And then I'm going to use that word invited. And he invited the stork. So now I'm going to use the S for stork. Okay. Fox invited stork. That helps me out a lot because now I can know F is for fox, S is for stork. And he served him soup. So I'm going to put soup next. And shallow. And I think for bowl, I'm thinking about drawing a little bowl, kind of like a dog bowl, you know how, or a cat bowl. It's not very deep, so my bowl is gonna look kind of like this. Maybe a little circle on top like that. Almost looks like a hot dog, but it's not a hot dog, it's a bowl. But it's not going to be deep, right? It's shallow, so you don't want to make it too tall. Okay, thumbs up when you got that. I see yours. Yes, I see that. Good, Liz. I see that, Julio. Did you get it, Ashlyn? Good. Got it, London? Good. Okay. Julio, I'm going to have you do the next sentence here. So we're going to read it, and then do you tell me all the keywords, and then we'll figure out which ones we want to put it in the outline. So it says, while the fox easily ate the soup, the stork with his long pointed bill could have nothing and left hungry. Let's figure out what all the keywords are first.
Um, Easily,
Good. I like it.
and we already have the symbol for fox.
Yeah, so we don't need that. Good.
Eight,
Eight. Good.
and we already know that they're eating soup, so
Yeah, yeah, I like your thinking.
then the symbol for stork, and
Already
then
got that. Yeah.
long
Yes.
bill,
Yes.
nothing
Yes.
left
Yes.
hungry.
Yes. Excellent. I like your thinking. Very good. So make sure you guys all have that underlined. We got easily, eight, long, bill, nothing, left, hungry. Too many words though, huh, Julio? Too many. So now we got to figure out, okay, what are the best ones to use in our outline so we can remember this? What do you think?
Um,
We could do the F for fox. We got that.
Easily,
I think so, yeah, because that's kind of important to remember. I agree. Let's circle easily. We know they're eating soup already, so we probably don't need eight. But what else should we put?
nothing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's but oh, maybe we could draw a bill and then put hungry.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Circle hungry, but we'll draw a bill. Okay, let's do this. I like it. We got to start with fox, right? So let's put F. I like your thinking, Julio. That's really good. And then easily, I like that word. And then next we're talking about the stork. So I think we need the S. And then long pointed bill. Can we draw that? You think? This is what I'm thinking. Like here's the head and maybe just like that. I bet yours is gonna look better than mine. That's his head. That's his bill. Do you know that a bill is the same thing as a beak, but it's rounded at the end, kind of like a duck? When you look at the mouth of a duck, it's rounded, right? But if you look at the beak of like a crow or something, it's pointed, it's sharp. That's the difference between a beak and a bill. So for these guys, these storks have a long and it's rounded at the end. Julio?
Mine looks like a carrot in a snowman.
As long as you know what it is, that's all that matters, right? Mine looks like kind of like a key or something. I don't know. Anyway, and then you have the words nothing and hungry. I think that's good. Let's put nothing and hungry. So we have F easily, S, and then the long bill, nothing, hungry. That'll help us. I think we could write a sentence based on that. Okay, and then London, when you're ready, can you do the next sentence for us right here? That says, a few days later, the fox was invited to a meal with the stork. So, what are the key words in that sentence?
Um, maybe invited.
I like that. Yep.
Um, maybe days.
Okay. Yeah. Days.
And then the symbol for fox.
Okay. We'll remember that. I like that.
And then maybe meal.
I like meal. No, I think you're right. I wonder about that word later too. Should we underline later? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. So we have days, later, invited, meal, and then we can use symbols for fox and stork. That's good, London. I like that. So which ones should we circle though? Because we have four words and we can only use three. What do you think?
Maybe probably invited.
Yeah, invited, I think too.
Um, maybe days.
Okay. Maybe days or maybe later. Because if we just have days, we might be thinking, wait, what's days for? But later, I'm thinking maybe later actually for that one might be a better word. And then I guess we could do meal next, you think, London?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I agree with that. Okay. Days was kind of might be a little confusing. So I'm going to recommend later for that. But you could do, let's do later. And then this is where it gets a little tricky because the fox was invited to a meal with the stork. So it really was the stork that invited the fox this time, right? It's backwards, right? So I'm thinking we need to put S first, invited F for a meal. There we go. So we have later S invited F. I had to make sure we had that the right way because at first the F invited S and now it's backwards. The S invited F. So we want to make sure we have that in the right order there for a meal. Okay, so here's what your homework is going to be this week. You have 4, 5, 6, and 7 left. And you have 4, 5, 6, and 7 left here, those last four sentences of your story. You're just going to finish your keyword outline. You might need some help with your mom or dad or somebody if you get stuck. Okay, so what you're going to do is read the sentence, do like we do in class, underline all the keywords, and then you got to pick which ones are the best to remember. Circle them and then write them here on your list. So it shouldn't take you too long, but I want you to finish 4, 5, 6, and 7. Julio?
I'm definitely not built for this task.
You know what? I think you are. I disagree with you because you're getting it. You're getting it better than you think you are. And if it helps to have your mom near you, because I know she's sitting with you right now, so she knows how to do this. I bet you could do it though. I think you could do it by yourself. Read the sentence, underline those words that you think are key, all of them. Because remember, we underline more than we circle, right? So we underline them all and then we go, okay, now from those, what are the best to put in my outline here so I can remember what that sentence is about? And then you're going to finish 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't write the paragraph yet. Okay. You're just going to finish your keyword outline. And then next week, we'll start writing it. Any questions about your homework this week? No questions? You got it? Okay. Good job, you guys. I will see you next week. Have a good one. Bye. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.